Today in this video I will describe how I suffered in office because two people did not know enough English. One happened last year in the month of October when I lost my job at Navadut. There were many allegations against me at Navadut, like I did not focus on work uh, and many others. And also I had some anti-parties who were much more powerful in office, and they were powerful because they were good looking, and also boss thought that the office would be ineffective without them. Actually, it is partially true because the person I'm talking about, he was a proofreader, an expert one, and boss believed that he had no alternative, and also that person was very cunning. He did not let the authority create any alternative, and there were a couple of writers and editors as me. So if I left, it would not matter to the company because they believed they could recruit someone like me within very short time. After all, I helped them recruit one Buetian back in 2023, no sorry 24. So she was kind of replacement for me, and also they recruited another engineer from Chuet. Okay, so what happened? How did I suffer? Because someone did not know enough English. It was the MD, the actual owner of the company. Okay, the Gangriho Prakashwani, and her wife is labeled as the chairman, but he is Mr. Shalom is the real owner of the company. So yes, Navadut English books, they are very popular among readers and students, but math books, they do not have enough market share. So it was because of the quality. They could not ensure proper quality, and that's why it did not have a good market, because if there would be like so many logical errors, it would not have any acceptance among the teachers. Okay, but they did not realize it was about the quality. I realized it, but then again I could not do anything. I hardly could do anything about it, because if I have to mark certain solutions as wrongful or faulty, it would actually discredit the previous people who had been working there for quite a long time. So I had to prove that their solutions provided by them were logically wrongful, logically faulty. But since it would defame their image, so they would not accept it. They would use their influence to retain the previous solution, calling me obsolete, like that. Mr. Zakir, whatever new solution he is coming up with, there is only to harass us. The previous solution was more than okay. So what I have stated now, since see the almost everything was against me, but since the boss, he liked me to some extent, that's why I was still able to retain the job. But one day in October last year, I mean 2025, boss, MD Shalom, Mr. Shalom came and he asked me that, well, Mr. Zakir Hussain, Mr. Zakir, can you tell us why we haven't got any significant market share yet for our math books? I said, sir, first of all, you got to fix the hierarchy. That means if I check a file, if I would be checking a file and submit, that file must not be checked later by someone from National University, because they have hardly, especially if that National University guy is not from maths, if they are from commerce background, maybe they know to solve a few maths, but they are not actually the right people to justify what changes I have made in the file, whether these changes are for the better or the worse. They would simply be claiming that my changes are only to harass them. Whatever was written there previously was more than okay. So that's what I meant by fixing the hierarchy. I have corrected a file. I have gone through a file, a math file, maybe of a chapter, okay, and I have submitted that with some corrections. Those corrections must be entered in the computer. They must not be overthrown. If That file is now led to a national university person who is basically not from maths, not a math honors or masters, simply a commerce like accounting or management honors masters or maybe degree course masters. And if that person is a rival to me, they would simply be, overlook my corrections, and they would be telling the computer operator that you don't have to enter these corrections, only do this correction, these minor corrections. So if things continue like this, there would never be correct math books for Navadut. This is what I wanted to say, but I meant to say by fixing hierarchy. But the boss, Mr. Shalom, although he was a government employee, I believe of the third grade, like clerk or peon, etc., he did not have enough knowledge in English. So he thought that I was talking about high range. He thought that I was talking about increasing or incrementing my salary. Now, why would I be asking for that? Because the salary increments all by itself at the end of the month of June, at the beginning of July, and although it may vary from person to some extent, but it not be a huge difference. And also it would increment by percentage. So I did not talk about salary range or increment. I simply was talking about fixing the hierarchy. Okay, but since the boss got it wrong, and a few days later, in the meeting, our official meeting, there was a gathering and meeting. Many sales representatives came, some managers came, and also the top officials of the company. They also were present in that, meeting. And when MD actually mentioned about the high range to Altaf sir, a chief writer for the English books, I was humiliated. I was, I lost my temper. Then actually, since I was already, angry with them for so many reasons, like treating me as a national university students and treating the national university people as Buetians, I was already angry on the inside. But when he said that I was actually asking for a increment in salary, that's when I lost my temper and I started shouting and explaining to everyone why he had said wrong. I said, no sir, that's not what I meant. I meant that when I will have submitted the file, the corrections must be entered in the computer. They must not be overthrown. So since I rose my voice, it was humiliating for the MD in front of all these people. It was evident that he did not know enough English, and that's why this scene was made. That's when I lost the favor of the boss. So from that moment on, he started to hate me and he started to get rid of me. And a few days later, yes, he did. Maybe something else came along, and this time he did not hesitate to sack me with 1 month's salary in advance. Now I will mention another incident long ago, like back in 2014 when I worked for Panjiri Publications. My reporting boss was Mr. Said from Munshigans. I believe he had his graduation and masters at physics or maths, probably at maths, at Harganga College, Munshigans. But he introduced himself, he billed himself to be Dhaka University graduated masters in maths. Well, whatever he is, his manners was okay, although sometimes once in a while he showed discrimination towards me. Wait a minute. But overall his behavior was okay and I was happy with him. So he was my reporting boss in the sense that he would be distributing the papers and the work among me and other Buetians. And Panjiri is different in this sense that they do not rely on national university people that much for writing and editing. They mainly rely on Buetians, especially if it is the science department like maths, physics, chemistry, etc., or maybe Davians, people from Dhaka University in arts and commerce section. Okay. So Mr. Said would be distributing our work, writing and editing work, and he later collecting. I had good relation with him. Although in my recruitment, although I wasn't exactly recruited, I was taken as a freelancer. But when I got even the freelancer job, Mr. Sunil Kumar thought he had some contribution. He was the person to consider my CV first, when I submitted that to the then head of the math department, Mr. Abdul Kalam Azad or something from Khulna. So I submitted my CV to Mr. Kalam, and Mr. Kalam then transferred the CV to his boss, reporting boss or high official, Sunil Kumar Thor, and Sunil Kumar Thor took my interview with another person from the HR. Although primarily they thought about taking me for fixed job like from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. But situation changed, which I stated maybe in one of my another videos, which is already published and will be published later, stating here's what happened when I did Abuyatian a favor. Okay. So so I did. They finally did not take me as a full timer, but as a writer or freelancer. So I was supposed to have good relations with Sunil Kumar Thor, but I could not keep could not hold that because Sunil Kumar Thor came up with false allegation against me. He did not explain such particular topic, like this is how you have to work. He forgot to mention it, but when I completed the work, he brought about that topic. Why did you not follow this particular law? That's how I broke up with Mr. Sunil Kumar Thor. I mean, he stopped talking to him because he misbehaved also in front of my junior audience. But my relation with my reporting boss, Mr. Said, Abu Said, who was from Munshiganj, was okay. Mr. Sunil was also Mr. Said's reporting boss. And Mr. Said wasn't exactly my boss. He's just the person to distribute the work and take the work from us because we, the freelancers, especially I, earned a lot more than those people. Those people's monthly salary. Okay. But then again, okay, fine. Now let me tell you this actually. So since I stopped talking to Sunil Kumar Dhar, there was and also the head of the chemistry department, a lady, a Hindu lady, probably Mithika Munshi Rani. She, when she saw that I earned 2,34,000 taka simply as the writing bill for a single book, physics second paper book, she started having second thoughts. Like, how could someone have earned so much? Was that possible? Because in her department, chemistry, there were many eligible people by whom she could got the writing and editing job properly done. But in our department, physics, there was hardly anyone other than me. Okay, so I had to do most of the work. That's why my bill was huge. But she started to think that there must be some sort of financial corruption or financial manipulation in this. Maybe once I get the bill, I would give a significant portion of this to Mr. Said. That's what she thought, and she proposed that to Sunil Kumar Dhar, Panjari. Okay. Currently, Sunil Kumar Dhar is a shareholder, but in those days, he was simply a high official, like AGM, probably something like head of the R&D. That's when Sunil Kumar Dhar also had the same thought, like how could someone's writing bill be so high for a single project? That's when in an office meeting, I was a freelancer, so I did not have any participation in the office meeting. So in that office meeting, in front of many people, like maybe 20 to 25 people, Sunil Kumar Dhar addressed Mr. Said and said, "You are doing financial manipulation along with Mr. Jaki, aren't you?" So Mr. Said didn't know the meaning of the word manipulation, so he simply did he could not say anything because he even did not know what boss meant, what Mr. Sunil meant. So after the meeting was finished, he came to his desk and he opened the dictionary and found it. It was manipulation means simply karsaji. I mean, what they mean by election engineering, that is also maybe called election manipulation. Okay. Had Mr. Said known the meaning of that word, he would be saying something, protesting this or in favor of this, like, no, Sunilda, whatever you are accusing isn't true. This is why it's not true. But since he did not know the meaning, so this happened actually. And this thing, I know enough English. I know enough English to break Mr. Sunil's teeth and everyone else's teeth in that meeting. But I was not present in that meeting because I was a freelancer. I had no participation. I could not have, could not participate in such a meeting, like, right? But the allegation was regarding me. It involved me. So from that moment on, definitely my position at Panjiri declined because Mr. Said could not come up with an answer. So it was more or less established among all people that these two people must be engaged in some sort of financial relation. Otherwise, why would he remain silent in the meeting? So this is that's it, guys. Thank you. So these are the two times when I suffered because two people did not have proper knowledge enough knowledge in English. Thank you. Have you for your time. Have a great day.